I don't know if Mr. Singhvi can still hear me. Mr. Singhvi, I'm going to go across to Dr. Singhvi in just a bit. Now, the question is to the BJP. Dhananjay Kumar, let me draw you back into this. Please be candid tonight. Your problem is, Mr. Dhananjay Kumar, you cannot, even if you want, you cannot sack Yediyurappa, you cannot sack the Reddy brothers. Yediyurappa is very significant. He's a Ligayat leader. You will face a backlash politically. The Reddy brothers have a lot of financial power. They control your government. If you remove them, your financial purse strings will stop. You cannot remove one and not remove the other. So you are in a catch-22 situation. The only option for you is to try and appear to be defiant before the people of India. Have I analyzed it correctly? Your problem, Dhananjay Kumar? Isn't that precisely your problem tonight?
Arnab, you have already given some sermons.
Yes.
Now you say that
analysis.
You are in a catch-22 situation. Now, I would put it in some other fashion. I would like to bring it to your kind notice that in democracy, any party can take position so long as the people of the state or the people of the country support that party, and a leader can remain as a leader so long as the people have people give their blessings to that person.
So tell me, Dhananjay Kumar.
Now that being the position.
No, 1 minute. Then by that logic, your party was totally wrong in pointing fingers on the Congress inaction on Sheila Dikshit. Your party is totally wrong then in pointing fingers on Sheila Dikshit, which you have been doing.
No. I wanted to draw the simile just because my friend Mr. Singhvi has been arguing from the rooftop that now the time has come that Yediyurappa should quit and go.
Of course.
Whereas they want to employ one yardstick to Sheila Dikshit and another yardstick to Yediyurappa. Now not only in Delhi, so was the case with the Congress party in Maharashtra. When the Lokayukta of Maharashtra also submitted such a report, the Congress just threw it to the dustbin. In Andhra Pradesh also, the Lokayukta report met with the same fate. And only in Karnataka, they want this government should go. My point is that Congress, having failed to get the support of the people in the state, somehow they want to dislodge an elected popular government. Yes. This is not possible. I am only requesting my friends from Congress that you will have to wait for another 2 years and then we shall go before the people. Let the people of the state decide.
Okay, well, we've got Mr. Kumaraswamy still with us. One last question to you, Mr. Kumaraswamy. Your options principally, Mr. Kumaraswamy, have run out now. Are you simply going to dismiss this report? Is that your last position tonight? That I will not accept the findings of this report?
I don't want to run away from this issue. I want to fight against the corruption charges which we made against Yediyurappa even in future also.
Okay.
But regarding my subject, whatever Lokayukta will going to announce day after tomorrow in the report, definitely I will study that report and finally I will going to take my own decision as per my conscience.
Interesting. It seems you are going to resign to put pressure on Yediyurappa.
Well, let us see. After getting the report, I will decide what decision I have to take, because I want to go before the people without any moral responsibility in my duties. Yeah. I cannot go before the people.
Yeah, I understand.
For that reason, whatever proper decision I have to take, I will take it.
Abhishek Manu Singhvi is back. My question, thank you very much, Mr. Kumar. So Abhishek Manu Singhvi, my question to you is, I think we lost you in between. Isn't it true, Abhishek Manu Singhvi, that illegal mining was allowed to continue uninhibited in Andhra Pradesh as well under the term of the late YSR?
Of course it is true that illegal mining is going on in many parts of India,
including under Congress government.
And equally, of course, it is true. Well, obviously, there would have been periods when Congress governments are there. How does that help the debate? You know, this is, let's not reduce this to a BJP, Congress, JDS debate, Arnab. This is a serious matter because this is some 5,000 page report. It documents details. When there has been illegal mining in Andhra, you've read the Supreme Court orders?
Sir, I've read the Supreme Court order. I can quote it.
When in particular was YSR named as an individual?
Sir, but
whose relative got 10 crores, 20 crores. Well, if he's named, he's not above the law either.
No.
The point is not that. The point is that it is the same rule which has to apply. Today, what is documented and before you as a matter of debate, I could go back to Tehelka, I could go back to HUDCO scam, I could go back to so many scams. What's the point of that?
No. The point is
this. The point is today you have a documented report.
Point is this, Dr. Singh.
And what is, does it require a discussion on this channel with such detail and so many people for Mr. Yedurappa and the ministers to simply resign?
I
mean, you have had in the last 2 years resignations on much less. No Lokayukt report, no preliminary fact-finding, merely press allegations which have captured people ranging diversely from Shashi Tharoor to Natwar Singh to Kalmadi to Ashok Chavan.
But my question.
It's a question of propriety to continue in office.
Sir, my question was only this, that there is to be, what our issue is consistency. The BJP must have consistency at national level and at state level. Similarly, the Congress party must also have consistency between the position it takes in Karnataka and the illegal mining that has gone on right across the border in Andhra Pradesh under previous Congress chief ministers, which is documented in the report of the Supreme Court appointed committee. It's all documented.
Please tell me one single specific instance of a documented thing where action has not been taken.
Sir, let me tell you.
Of course action has been taken. Sir, I am the one who's referring to the Supreme Court report. Sir, but YSR is not chief minister. The poor man is dead. No, there's no allegation against any person against whom we can take action.
Sir, you're completely aware that
the mining and the mining has been stopped.
Sir, but it was only stopped after the cancellation of the lease was sought by the high-powered panel of the Supreme Court over 140 acres in forest area.
Yes, of course. That is a maladministration somewhere. So, that report has come, it has been stopped.
Can you take a high model position?
How does it have a parallel with the Lokayukt report naming a sitting chief minister with 4 ministers?
Okay, I take that argument.
The channel defending him.
I take that argument. Professor Vaidyanathan is joining the debate. Professor Vaidyanathan, should Yedurappa resign? You're hearing Dr. Singhvi there of the Congress party.
Arnab, a scam a day keep the media happy. I know about it. Actually, your media has highlighted the leaked report. One sentence in that report which you have been correctly highlighting is, all the parties have been involved over a longer period of time. I think the time has come seriously to protect our republic and save our polity. A bipartisan approach should be adopted regarding corruption. This tu me, I think, has been going on for quite some time. And it is exposing India to the international situation. Look at the way the British Parliament has dealt with the Murdoch affair in a very bipartisan way. I think the responsibility is with both the Congress and BJP now to seriously, ponder how to deal with this.
I take your point. I think you have a very
because otherwise the entire coming Parliament session.
Avoid the Yedurappa question.
You see, whether he should resign or not, a BJP, party should take a decision on that. If you ask me, if this tutu me goes, then the coming parliamentary session, I am very worried it could be a washout again.
Well, I think that's exactly what the BJP also is worried about.
I completely agree with.
Yes, Ranjit Kumar.
I feel.
I completely agree with what Professor Vaidyanathan says.
Approach.
Well, this whole question is, Dhananjay Kumar, I'm giving you another opportunity because you wanted to respond to Dr. Singhvi when we lost the line with him. He's listening to you now. Your party, basic issue of your party has been fusion of corporate and political interests, right? 2G scam, Devas ISRO deal. Your party's basic issue has been against the UPA that there is a fusion between political and corporate interests, that it's a dangerous trend. Right?
Right.
Now, what else is going on in Karnataka? What else is going on in Karnataka?
In Karnataka, as you know, now about the mining issue, if you want to have a detailed discussion, I would like to tell you, Arnab, that the state government is only an agent of the union government, and in fact, it is the union government which decides as to who should be granted the license or the lease of mining land. And the export also is taken with the permission from the union government.
This is passing
the state government, in fact, tried our best to impose ban on export, which fact was appreciated by Honorable Supreme Court also.
So this is a clear case of passing the buck, but I'll let Abhishek Manu Singhvi respond. Now you have a weird situation, Dr. Singhvi.
I suppose Arnab, the union government also told somebody to pay 10 crores to Prerna Trust. The union government also told the sons of Mr. Yedurappa to sell a negligible price land for 20 crores. And I suppose that the union government also told the allottees of mine to rapaciously mine the hills of Karnataka beyond the surveys allotted to them, illegally mine, illegally cross the truck points and sell them. I suppose the union government did all that also.
Dr. Dhananjay Kumar, you don't seem to have an answer there.
No.
You don't seem to have...
Singhvi ji knows it very well. Dr. Manu Singhvi, Abhishek Manu Singhvi ji knows very well that all these are in the knowledge of the union government. Without the consent of the union government, you cannot issue any license for mining operations to be carried on.
No,
what about he is only trying to make a farce of making some donation.
So now you change your argument. Yes.
The person who made the donation should have been given an opportunity to explain.
Now you change your argument.
I know Mr. Dhananjay. Arnab. I know Mr. Dhananjay. Hello, Arnab.
Gorian.
Yeah, I know Mr. Dhananjay Kumar. I must actually publicly admire his valiant efforts to be there alone on a night when not a single BJP person is to be seen. He is trying to make the best of a bad job. Let me tell him, this is not a class of either statutory law or constitutional law. That we know. Union government has power over all mines in this country. There's an MMRD Act which provides how you allot mines leases. This is not a case about that. It is a case about how the ground realities work in Karnataka. And let me have no hesitation in saying that if the ground realities have worked badly in earlier regimes, be it Congress or non-Congress, action will and should be taken according to law.
Okay.
But here we are talking of a totally different thing. Here we are talking of propriety, shame, hypocrisy and moral and even legal correctness of a person holding the chief executive position in the state and other 4 ministers not even resigning pending a criminal inquiry, pending an investigation, pending further action.
Some viewers are calling us saying, what is the scale of the scam?
Manu Singhvi ji, you know very well,
Yedurappa has been the chief minister only for the last 3 years now. Prior to that, Mr. S.M. Krishna was chief minister for 5 years. Mr. Dharam Singh has been chief minister for 2.5 years. And for 20 months,
don't do this. Don't do this. Dr. Kumar, it does not help. It does not help. It does not help to say we are all in this together. A viewer is asking, how big is this scam? Ranjit Kumar, before I come to you for the last word, this scam is by our calculation worth 2 crore rupees per hour. Per hour, every hour, 2 to 3 crore rupees of illegal mining is going on. That goes on to about 1,827 crores in 14 months and amounts to many thousands of crores after that. Ranjit Kumar, last word here. You wanted to come in when he made the point.
Yeah, what I wanted to say was this only, that this is all tutu meme. These things could not have happened overnight. These are systems in place for a long time happening, and not only in state of Karnataka, everywhere else. This mining did not start 2 years ago or 1 year ago. Mining has been going on for years together, and people are in place. The entire bureaucracy is involved as per the Lokayuk.
Then you have to.
So everybody is in place, and Bahti Ganga mein sab haath
then you have to look back at the whole.
Happening.
Then you have to look back at the whole list with retrospective effect, and maybe include all the Congress chief ministers as well. Maybe that's a good idea.
Yeah, but that is That is exactly what Professor Vaidyanathan is also saying.
Maybe it's a good idea.
Tutu meme can just go on indefinitely.
Maybe it's
what is the action being taken?
Maybe you can open up the 20-25 years of past chief ministers and investigate all that they did. Thank you very much.
I got the Haryana mining closed. I was responsible. I am the amicus curiae for Haryana mining.
Well,
all the mining illegally going on in Aravali Hills, I got it closed. It's lying closed for 7 years.
Well, I think we need to stop the depletion of our natural resources in a despicable manner. Gentlemen, thank you very much for that debate.